Good day, my darling oddities, and welcome back to Otter Space, the part of your brain that thinks you can rub a lava lamp and get a lava genie. This is broadcast from Otter Space. I'm your host, Otter, and we are here with my special guest for the day, Bajiyeen. Bajiyeen, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bajiyeen, your favorite trickster demon turned company stringer and fortune teller. How are you all doing?
All right, well, thank you for joining us tonight, Bajiyeen. Why don't you go ahead and tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Alrighty. Well, like I said, lore is trickster demon, but I tend to go towards a lot of comfy streams. I do tarot readings and chat every Sunday with my audience. I love them very much. They fuel my parasocial comfiness. I also do horror streams on Mondays and variety shows on Thursdays with a few friends.
All right, nice. So variety, what does that entail? Tell me more.
Variety could mean anything from, hey, I found this weird game on Steam and it's free, and let's see how much mileage we can get out of it, to collabs with friends of just, it's 4th of July, let's play Aliens Extermination or Starship Troopers because we want to have a good time.
All right, fair play, fair play. Very good. All right. So you mentioned tarot reading. So what is your favorite suit of the tarot deck?
Ooh, favorite suit is, for me, it's swords, because swords give a lot of just like either direct warning or direct messages. Sword is exactly as the weapon is. It's very intent. It's very to the point.
Yeah. Elementally fire-based. See, pentacles are my favorite because I just tend to lean towards earth-based things, but that's just me. Anyhoozles. So I have a hard time with tarot reading, mostly because I cannot remember all of the like 8 of swords, for example. It's like, yep, that's a lot of swords, all right.
I can definitely see where you're coming from, because each deck is different, especially with its art or its symbolism. So even on stream live, I have my guidebooks next to me. I'm just like, okay, here's the meaning, but let's go contextualize off that. Here's what you were dealing with when you came in for this reading, so let's see what this card means to that.
Right. I use things called pathway cards. I have no idea where these things came from. They've just been in my house for as long as I can remember, and I've always just had them. So, honestly, I probably got them at like Barnes and Nobles or some shit way back when, because where all your occult needs come from, Barnes and Nobles.
Honestly, true.
Or you know what? Let's go back even further. Walden books. Do you ever even hear of Walden books?
I went to Walden Books when I was 6, and then after that they were gone.
And they died. Yeah, so it probably came from one of those two, if I'm being perfectly honest with myself. I just can't for the life of me remember where, but I've always had them. And the reason I like them better than standard tarot cards, because they are what they are, you know what I mean? Like, I'll put down the Earth card, and I'll be like, okay, well, here, it's the element of Earth. I know about the element of Earth, and I can kind of glean the intent from that. So they're a little simpler. It's like tarot. Draco Star, welcome to Outer Space, the part of your brain that thinks you get a fire or a lava genie if you rub a lava lamp, but you really just get 3rd-degree burns. Does anybody have a lava lamp anymore?
I had one. I had to get rid of it though because it got cracked.
See, I loved lava lamps back in the day. I wish I had a lava. I should get a lava. But
for me, it was all about the Tesla sphere.
Ooh, like the Spencer special. You go in, you put your hand.
Yes, I love
Draco,
those
you got
so
a lava
much.
lamp? Oh, that's so cool. I love lava lamps. I should get a lava lamp. But I don't know if I can trust the bean around a lava lamp. She'd either try to knock it over or try to drink it, or both. And honestly, I cannot justify that while she's still in the I must touch everything phase. I'm sure I had a point right before that, but anywho, so Bajiyeen, so favorite horror game, go.
Ooh, favorite horror game. That one is actually I have to compromise on, because I do like a lot of the classic horror characters and stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
that Dead by Daylight provides, but the community is something else.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look through Steam here.
That's fair.
My library is far too big. I need to trim some of these down, at least on like the playlist. Let's see. All right, so not really a horror game, more just like dystopian action game. The original Remnant from the Ashes was such a good universe, and I loved it so much.
Interesting.
Because you had like these weird Cthulhu eldritch elements to it, and then at the same time, it's just like 1930s is when the world kinda went to heck, but we're still here in like 2022, and so are the demons.
Oh, super. It's like becomes a weather phenomenon. Like, there's a major case of demonic possession in your area. Make sure to plan your commute appropriately. Bring an umbrella because there will be pea soup poured off of the rooftops because people will be climbing up there and vomiting. Blah.
Exactly. There is one other title I'm really eager to play, but I haven't gotten my hands on a copy of it yet. And that is a game inspired by Junji Ito's art style. It's a really weird role-playing game I saw like a year back, and it was beautiful, honestly, with the art style.
Are you going to tell us the name of it?
I'm pulling it up on my wish list right now.
It's like he is stalling.
Oh no, I absolutely am. I have learned how to time with weird words. Here it is. It is called The World of Horror.
Oh.
And it is
such a simple title. You couldn't remember that?
My brain no thinky so good.
It's like okay, what's the game about fire? Well, it's called Burning Fire. It's like, well, shit.
But yes, totally black and white manga art style, like Junji Ito, weird Lovecraftian artwork where you see people just corrupted by the weirdest stuff. And you got to solve the mystery in this constantly repeating timeline.
See, that kind of thing messes with my head. There's a game I saw somebody playing, and I cannot... It was a game about agoraphobia, and I thought that was interesting. Agoraphobia? The thing where you're afraid to leave your house.
Yes, that's agoraphobia.
Okay, cool.
That's
I remember the
word.
But it was like pixel-based. I can't remember the name of it, though. Might have just been agoraphobia. That'd be funny if it was. Anywho, enough about me. Let's talk about you. All right. Well, actually, let's talk about the topic that you brought us for the day, which is weird history facts. So,
yes.
Before we get into your list, have you ever heard of horrible histories?
I have not.
Oh no, my goodness. Okay, so after talking to you briefly, I feel like horrible histories might be your jam. Like, first of all, do you like British humor?
Yes.
Okay, you're good to go. So horrible histories, look that shit up. I only found out about it because of Carl Smallwood, Fact Fiend, and horrible histories is kind of like how do I put this? Well, the host of it is like this puppet who's a rat, and like the tagline is, well, that was horrible, but this is horrible histories. And it's like all the bizarre ass things from world history. I can't think of a specific example right this moment. You've seen that show? It's hilarious. Yeah, it is very humorous. It is very humorous. Again, British humor. For some reason, every culture speaks in British accents because, you know, actors and stuff. But
yeah.
And like one of the segments, and it's called Stupid Death. It's hosted, quote unquote, by the Grim Reaper, and he's like, stupid deaths. And I can't.
I think I have a few of those in here.
Yeah, well, exactly. So those kind of things would be on there, and it's like, and he's like, all right, what's your name? And the person says their name, and like, all right, cause of death, and they're like, something stupid. And he's like, really? And yeah, so anyway, check it out. If you haven't heard of horror, if you haven't seen it before, I think you'd enjoy it. Just that's the long and the short of my rambling. And it's got a puppet rat, which I feel like everybody can enjoy to some degree. Although if you don't have a stomach for poop humor, there is a ton of poop in history. I'll tell you that much for free.
Oh, far too much. Yes.
Far too much. It's a shitty topic. Heyo. Anywho, why don't you go ahead and start us off with one of your bizarre history facts?
All right, so we will go ancient and then go into modern. So let's go to take a look at the Greeks. There was a man named Herostratus who burned down the temple of Artemis.
That was rude.
He did, yes. Keep in mind, he did it for the sole purpose of becoming famous. Oh! The bears have come!
The bears! Holy crap! Hello, Voodoo. Good to see you too. That was a stealth. That was a drive-by bearing. Oh my god. Usually, if Voodoo talks a little bit beforehand, I can be like, all right, Voodoo's gonna bear me any moment. But no, you were lying in wait. You were prepared. Hello, Voodoo. Welcome to Otter
Ready
Space,
with the bears.
the part of your brain that thinks if you rub a lava lamp, you get a lava genie. How are you? Go on.
Yes. Herostratus.
Yeah, that.
One of the first cases of a clout chaser burned down the temple of Artemis for the sole purpose of becoming famous. His acts prompted the creation of a damnatio memoriae, aka a law forbidding anyone to mention his name, either orally or in writing.
Oh, he who shall not be named has burned down the temple of Artemis.
Unfortunately, the Greeks did exactly what he wanted them to, because he now shows up in various plays or as a metonym for someone who commits a criminal act in order to become famous.
Metonym.
Yes.
I like that. Sorry, I enjoy funky word metonym. Metonym. Yeah, so, oh my goodness. So that's the first
synonym.
That's fair. So that's the first case of one of those people that does some stupid ass shit just so for the views. That is a clout chaser. That's like there are so many people, like just as VTubers, I'm sure we've all come across plenty of those people. I'm hesitant to say names, but like the most recent one, we were actually right before this stream, we were talking about Sandstone. And Sandstone's not one of those people. Let me be very clear. That's not what I'm saying. But Sandstone was accosted. Yeah, Sandstone's wonderful. Sandstone was accosted by one of those people.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. And that individual, nobody would have known this person's name if he didn't go out of his way to be an absolute bellend. And just like, and the funny thing was he was offended that people didn't know his name. I'm not going to say his name because that's kind of the whole thing. It's like, I'm not doing what you want me to do, you asshole.
To be fair, it created some of the best memes.
It did. It really did. Gave ducks a bad name, though. Which
True.
is a pity because I like ducks. But yeah, so yeah, but that just kind of is the modern equivalent of what we're talking about here, just with slightly fewer temples burning down.
I wonder who's got it worse though. That guy for what happened when it didn't even have to be Sandstone. The Sandstone's community really had her back there.
Yeah,
and
no,
destroyed him.
Obliterated the sap. He was not prepared.
Or the guy who back in ancient Greece decided to burn the temple of a goddess of women and the hunt.
Well, yeah. So I mean, they're both. I feel like there was probably a bit more violent answers to the ancient historical one. Like, there's no way he walked away with all of his limbs after that, right? Like, do you have any?
Oh yeah, you can't just step away from that. Yeah. You're not allowed back in your.
I mean, remember, this is back in the times of, like just freaking blood sacrifices and shit. Like, I mean, granted, usually sheep and shit, right? But, I'm just saying, if I were trying to get on a God's good side, and there happened to be somebody around that happened to just to have burned down one of their temples, be like, I think I see the fast track to getting a deity on my side, and it's...
Greek gods were petty, so Artemis may have been PO'd enough to curse his family for generations, but Ares probably loved it.
Yeah, that's true, but Ares gets pissed off about everything.
That is true.
The gods giveth him the smacketh down. Verily! Verily doth the god speeteth his ass.
Whenever Zeus isn't making another kid with someone who isn't his wife.
You know, that's the funniest thing about so I was a weird child. My bedtime stories were the 12 labors of Hercules and stuff like that. But not like the child versions, like the actual version.
Oh,
like,
you got the dark one.
Yeah, I got the dark one, but I enjoyed it. It was intriguing. So when Disney's Hercules came out, I'm like, well, that's odd. None of this is correct at all. And it's like, Zeus is a family man?
No.
Families man, maybe, but, you know.
Why is Meg in the above world?
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, Hera's a loving mother. No. Mm-mm.
No. Mm-mm.
Because Zeus...
See, now I just want to go off on Greek mythology.
Yeah, well, I mean, you definitely could, right? Although I did appreciate some of the puns in Disney's Hercules and more in the animated series after that, because I mean, you watch what you watch when you're right, yeah. But the fact that like there was this one episode of Hercules where he went to Rome, and I mean everybody that knows anything about ancient like Greek Roman mythology knows that the gods are the same gods, you know.
Yeah, some with different personalities though.
Moderately, yeah, but the joke that stuck with me for all these years was at the end of the episode, the Romans were like, "Well, we need gods, and you're gods," and the gods from Greece are like, okay. And they're like, but can we call you something different just so they don't think we're copying the Greeks? And they're like, okay, well,
change it a little bit so it looks like you showed your own work.
Yeah, can I copy your homework kind of thing? Yeah. So they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna call you Jupiter and you Neptune, and it's just going down the list, and then it shows Hades in the other underworld, and he's like, what name did they give? Pluto? I wouldn't even name my dog that. And I thought that was funny because Mickey's dog is named Pluto. The end.
Piggybacking, this one is interesting fact, lesser so than fun fact. In the Greek world, Hades was not the original god of the underworld. Persephone used to be known as Dread Persephone, and she had a cult that was so strict that you had to be born into it and then serve it for the rest of your life as a priest or priestess.
Interesting. Did not know that. I thought Persephone was Persephone the one, the daughter of Gaia that was kidnapped to the underworld?
The daughter of Demeter. And,
Demeter, that was it.
Yes. And like in post-Mycenaean Greek society, Hades just didn't exist. It was Persephone.
Huh. Interesting. Voodoo says, gee, what a shock the wife took over the underworld.
Also, this one is a fun fact. Hades and Persephone is the most stable relationship in any of the Greek story.
Yes, that I did know. Like, she actually did love him, even though he kind of kidnapped her. It is what it is.
She came to love him. But, like, you have Zeus, you have Hera, you have everybody with their relationships. Athena is completely immune to Aphrodite and is the only one besides Artemis that is that way. But whenever somebody tried to step between Hades and Persephone and just like, hey, I'm a human here, smote. Instantly. Just gone.
That reminds me. So I may have told this story on stream before, but so your Otter dad has zero game. Let me just be perfectly honest with you. Mostly because I don't want game, as they say. But so Otter dad has no perception of when somebody's flirting with him. I don't know why I'm talking in the third person suddenly. But once upon a time, my wife and her friend wanted to go to the club and go dancing. I, being a supportive husband, said, I will hold the bags. Because dancing's not really my jam, as you may have gleaned from talking to me for like 3 minutes. But I did support my wife's decision to visit with her friend and go dancing with a friend. So we went to the club, and her and her friend are dancing, and I am sitting at a table looking at my phone, guarding the bags, as it were. And suddenly this girl in let's call it a revealing outfit appears.
Oh my.
Plops her butt down in the chair next to me and says, "I think I'll spend some time with you." No Riz at all over here, Ryko. I have anti-Riz. Because what I said after she sat down and said, "I think I'll sit next to you," I glanced up from my phone and said, "You're sitting in my wife's chair."
Bum, bum.
Dead stare. You never seen a girl in a cut off top just out of there so quick. And I wasn't really thinking about it at the time, but I was just like looking at my phone and I look up, "You're in my wife's chair." Dead stare.
I can only imagine the look on her face. Just
I mentioned it to my wife afterwards. I was like, "Yeah, this random girl just sat in your chair," and I just told her she was in your chair. She's like, "Otter, I think she was hitting on you." And I'm like, "So?" She's like, "Was she hot?" I go, "God damn it." No, Otter's got anti-Riz. And I'm okay with that. Anywhoozles. So that was on the topic of people that try to get between God of Death and Otter.
Aphrodite was not with her that day.
Nope. All
right.
Next fun fact, hit me.
Next fun fact. All right, I got one more for the Greeks, and then we can pivot over to the.
All right, it's all Greek to me.
Yes. So everybody, I assume, has at least seen memes of the movie 300 about how the Spartans are such like beastly warriors and how they are great at fighting and everything like that. The Persians.
What is your profession?
Yes, the Spartan 300 got absolutely bodied by the Persians after they learned how to climb a mountain.
Wonk.
And hit them from a cliffside from the side. And it was Athens who had to bail them out later.
Awkward. Nobody tells about that part of the story, do they?
Exactly. In fact, Spartan almost never won any conquest they've tried to go for, despite their very hard-as-nails training rituals. The Spartans got bodied by the Greeks, they got bodied by mercenaries, the Persians, later on the Romans, the Catholics.
The little boy down the lane with a stick. Well, see,
little Timmy with an ant as his best friend.
Nah, man, you got Timmy from South Park. Just Timmy!
I mean, Timmy's got Jimmy right beside him. And
Timmy
Jimmy's
does have Jimmy.
So
This is true. It does kind of take away from it's like, and how many wars did they win? Well, they won a lot of battles.
Yeah, they won battles.
Some
they won skirmishes.
But the wars, the thing is, when you run headfirst into everything, it doesn't always go that well. You ever hear about the, I think it was the Persians that took advantage of the Egyptians' admiration and what's the word I'm looking for here? Where they held sacred cats. You hear about that?
Oh yeah, that was a really weird one. It was the first. Hey, look at this branding I've ever heard of army marching.
Yeah. So my understanding of the story, and feel free to correct me if I get this part wrong, but was at one point. The Persians, as Persians did, "Hello, boys, Cyber Cat Kai. Hello, how are you? Welcome to outer space. The part of your brain that thinks if you rub a lava lamp, you get a lava genie. Welcome on in." So my understanding of speaking of cats, was that the Persians, as the Persians were wont to do, were like, "Hey, let's go take over that place," and that place happened to be part of Egypt, and they were like, "Well, turns out these Egyptians find cats to be holy. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna tie cats to our bodies." Which, for the record, can't imagine that went very comfortably for the people. I don't know how they managed to do it. Herding cats is one thing. Tying cats to yourself and making yourself some cat armor, cannot figure out how somebody managed to do that. But apparently it worked. Because the Egyptians were like, "Well, shit, we can't hurt the cats," and the cats are
You're talking like a song from The Lion King. Stop that. It makes no sense.
Thank you for the Thank you for the song mode. Redeemer I go. Now I've got to tell the story of cat armor while singing along. So the Persians wore cats as armor, and the Egyptians were like, well, shit. We can't hurt the cats. And the Persians kicked their asses, took a bunch of them prisoner, and proceeded to throw cats at them. Bida-ba-doo-ba. Meow. That sound about right?
Yep, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's pivot to the Romans then.
Let's move on to the Romans.
The eldest son of the future Roman Emperor Claudius, Tiberius Claudius Drusus, died of asphyxiation when he tossed a pear high into the air and caught it in his mouth, then choked on it. It was suspected that he was killed by the father of his betrothed until they did a little bit of investigating, aka opening his mouth and finding a pear stem there, and saying, we're just going to cover this up by executing him anyway.
As you do. So you think his thinking was impaired?
Go to your room.
This is my room. I like pears. Wow, that is unfortunate. That is a stupid death moment. Wonder if that's where choke on these apples came from. How do you like them pears? No, doesn't quite work. Let's call them apples. Well, how do you like these apples? Applesauce, month.
This one is shared Greek and Roman. Ancient Greek and Roman statues were in fact painted in various colors, and in fact so garish they have actually caused deaths of priests marching down the stairs and looking at the statues because they were blindingly colorful.
Okay, in fairness, that's not the statue's fault.
That is true, but it's still funny.
that is pretty funny. That's another stupid death kind of thing. Did you hear about the great castration?
No, yeah. Although I am curious now.
So it's a pretty well-known fact that ancient Greek statues are anatomically correct. Mm-hmm. Correct. That's a well-known fact, right? I'm not spitting shit. So when certain parts of Greece were conquered by let's say more prudish individuals, they thought, well, these statues are really impressive, but we can't just have all those ding-dongs all over the place. Let's get rid of them. What do you mean? Just made of stone, take a chisel to them. The great castration. Right, Bean? Good sound effect.
That affected her.
Her first solid word is going to be castration. Please no.
Oh gosh, no. To go along with the legacy of Emperor Tiberius, at least in the Roman Empire, Tiberius was such a mad emperor that he had his soldiers march out onto a beach and try to fight the god of the sea, Neptune, by hacking at the ocean waves.
Yes, I have heard of that one. I think that one actually was featured on Horrible Histories. Yes, I heard about that one. Dude was friggin' nuts.
Oh yeah, he had a menagerie. I think that's the proper word for it. A menagerie of odd/deformed human beings with birth defects that he just kept as a human zoo.
Oh, adorable.
Yes, very, very classy.
So Tiberius Barnum and Bailey was his full name, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Gotta love it. Lovely. Alright, what else you got for me?
Julius Caesar once got kidnapped by pirates, and when the pirates demanded a ransom, Caesar chose to stay as their ransom victim because he was insulted by how low their price was.
How dare you? I'm worth at least twice that much. Now we're just trying to get rid of you. Baby girl. That's funny.
This was actually common for him because he got kidnapped several different times, and when the ransom was too low, he demanded they raise it, or he would break out himself.
That's funny. That's funny. Now you said that's Julius Caesar?
Yes, this would be Julius
No wonder
Caesar.
they stabbed him to death. Spoiler alert for ancient history, by the way. You know, if you haven't gotten to that part of history yet, you know, I'm sorry. That's how it plays out. Not a baby girl.
Let's see here. We can move a little bit forward. You already got the cat one. I had that one here.
Sorry. You said you hadn't heard. Okay. Wait, yeah, you did hear that. Never mind.
It was on the list here, so I was going.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Thank you for the coffee video.
I do have an Alexander the Great one related to Egypt.
Do tell.
Alexander the Great had been on so many conquests that by the time he got to Egypt, they just let him in and declared him a god on the spot.
Just like, nah, we're good. We know what happens
we're not
next.
Messing. Nope.
We surrender. Be like, oh, well, that was easy. So you know, I gotta Alexander the Great. I gotta appreciate the pun game on. So I recently discovered, or not discovered, but one of my friends recently discovered, and I purchased Otter Pops, which are just Freezy Pops, but Otter themed. So, and apparently every Otter Pop has lore and a lore character. So like the orange one is Little Orphan Orange, which is orphan flavored. Delicious, by the way. But the reason I bring this up in context is because the purple one, Alexander the Grape.
Brilliance.
Yes.
Sheer brilliance.
Yes, I approve. This joke is utter approved.
This one is not really a fun historical fact. It's more just a very funny name of a Roman philosopher named Mediocrities. Guess what his philosophy was?
Don't bother trying.
Good enough.
Fair enough. Oh crap, what was his name? You might know this one. And again, this is the only reason I know about this is from Fact Fiend with Carl Smallwood. The guy that was a philosopher and he did not give a shit. Like none at all. Would piss in the street for no good reason, like just sunned himself naked in the middle of the street. Just what was his name? I want to say not Diogenes, maybe Diogenes.
It might have been Diogenes.
And topic. So he came one of these people whose name I can't remember because all of them eventually just kind of sound like some kind of weird like medical equipment name. Look, this is why I suck at history because there's a lot of names. I barely remember my own name, and it's only 3 letters long. Wait. 6 letters long. Wait. ODD. 6. Yeah, 6 letters long. I was like, wait, how many letters? That's why I have it written there. The funniest warrior's name is Hilarious. Hilarious! The king of laughter.
Go to your room.
But anyways, the reason I bring it up in context of the Alexander the Great is apparently Alexander the Great heard about this particular individual who liked to sleep naked in random places, and there's also a Pope Hilarious. And so Alexander the Great was like, oh, let's go ahead and see this guy. I'd like to meet this guy who's this well-known philosopher who sits naked in parks. So he goes there, and sure enough, you know, the guy, I want to say it's Diogenes, but I might be wrong. He comes across him, and of course he's sunbathing in like a public place, just hanging out, literally and figuratively. And he's like, I am Alexander the Great. And Diogenes or whoever's like, okay, that's nice. And it's like, all right, I have come to give you a gift. What? I am Alexander the Great. I can give you anything in the known world. And of course, he didn't say it like that because at the time it was the whole world, but you know how it goes. Now, what can I do for you? And he says, get the hell out of my sunlight. You know what? You're standing in my sun, asshole. And it's like, huh. And just steps aside. It's like, you know, If I weren't already Alexander the Great, I think I'd like to be Diogenes. And Diogenes is like, yeah, you know what? If I weren't already Diogenes, I'd like to be Diogenes too.
You know, just live your life how you want to. Also, hey, Azori, great to see you.
Azori, welcome to Outer Space, the part of your brain that thinks you get a lava genie by rubbing a lava lamp. How are you? I am stuck on the concept of genie. I know. Thank you for the follow. I know you're not a genie, but that's like the first thing I thought when I saw your design, and I apologize for that. But that's why I made myself the genie, because I knew you weren't a genie. So then the promo, I made myself the genie because I don't know.
Oh no, I would totally adopt the genie lore. I am Trickster Demon after all. I would take that persona, make some deals, and then just dip out.
You could pretend to be genie, just like you just hanging out. You see somebody rub a lamp, and just like, ha! You appear like, oh, are you the genie? Totally, yeah, absolutely.
Just what do you want? All right.
I saw this fun meme recently where it's like person rubs a lamp and genie comes out and it's like, you have 3 wishes, and it's like, all right, well, I wish for 4 wishes. Granted, you have 3 wishes. Like shit.
That is rude. The logistics alone would hurt.
It's like, damn well played. Of course, some of my favorite memes are where it's like, genie, you know, you have 3 wishes. What do you wish for? And the person wishes for something like, oh shit, that one's good. You know, that one's on the house. That's a good one. Those are some of my favorite memes. What does that symbol in the corner mean, Azora? I'm not familiar with that one. Hello. I'm gonna eat it. Azori. Not Azora. Azori.
Azora is pretty though. I do like that.
I think Azora is the character from the Owl House. Oreo? Ooh, I like Oreos. So the slightly off-color thing that got under my skin recently. So as the Otter dad, I am forced to engage with a lot of child media, specifically of the Sesame Street variety. And some people need to think before they publish things on children's media. Yeah. So like recently, the Bean was watching The Red Beast, which is what I call Elmo. And there was a segment where it came on with Cookie Monster, but he was a secret spy, like a secret agent, right? And, you know, 007 jokes is what they were going for. So they called him, he was the secret agent double stuffed. And I'm like,
gonna catch some censors on that one.
I was like, maybe not that particular cookie joke. Like calling the bad guy a ladyfinger. That was good. That was a solid pun. You think you saw that movie? I bet you did. I bet it was on the other X site that's recently come into the news. I cannot wait to find out how all this whole thing shakes out. I mean, I don't really care one way or the other. If the ship's going down, I'm going to ride down and play my violin poorly. But
exactly.
Ultimately, it doesn't really end up affecting me. But finding out that the dumbass muskrat can't even do the briefest of research to find out that he can't legally trademark a name because somebody else already owns it is just delicious. Delicious irony. Is that irony or is that poetic justice?
I think that counts as poetic justice.
Yeah, poetic justice. Okay, we'll go with that.
However, I have found a meme quickly with us talking about the Romans and current day.
Okay.
It's really cool to be alive in America at this point in history because it's like the collapse of the Roman Empire, but with Wi-Fi.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, except a lot of things that are made nowadays will not stand the test of time to be dug up later. I ate iron once. Okay, Raiko. Skitch, you're such a jerk. Okay, I deserve that one. Hi, Skitch. Welcome to Otter Space, the part of your brain that thinks you can rub a lava lamp and get a lava genie. The gods were Wi-Fi. Prove me wrong. I mean, they definitely dropped out whenever things went unpleasantly.
The call out there. The call out.
I'm just saying. There were a lot of people that prayed and not a lot of people that... Ow. You don't have the badges to train me, Voodoo. A lot of people that prayed and a lot of people that died. That's all. I'm just putting those two numbers next to each other and walking away.
Let's see here. Moving forward a little bit in history now. In the ancient times of Middle Europe, there were various things you could be tried as a witch for, including knowing basic math. If you could count past 3, it was a sign of witchcraft.
Can you imagine? 1, 2, awkward look over the shoulder.
Hands, you a rat, hands, you a rat, hands, you a rat, hands, you a rat, hands, you a rat.
Thank you for the rat.
2, another 1.
Potato. Ooh, oh, god damn it. All right. I don't have a timer for it, so I gotta do the woo voice. I don't know what to say. It's like, shit, my brain went completely blank. My brain went completely blank!
Give us your best witch trials defense in court as the witch.
Okay, alright. She turned me into a newt! I got better! Witch trial defense. Your Honor, I swear to you, I do not consort with the dark forces. Satan himself cannot breach my holy sanctity. He does, however, have really good drugs. I mean, God got really good drugs. Shit!
Guilty.
Guilty, fair enough.
They're lighting you on fire in the courthouse.
They're like, nah, this asshole.
When the French colonizing army went to invade Madagascar, they found a random Polish guy who was proclaimed the Madagascar king by the natives.
Okay.
No one knows how he got there, and he never explained it. He was just suddenly the king of Madagascar to the French.
He liked to move it. He liked to move it. I cannot tell you how much Madagascar content I have watched, the animated show. The Penguins of Madagascar and All Hail King Julius. I have far too much fun for a normally functioning individual. That was not pre-Bean, but that was like, I would have the Bean with me when she was still itty bitty little beanie, and I would watch quite a bit of Madagascar stuff.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But mind you, I also watched all of We Are All Dead and The Girl from Nowhere. That was a weird one.
I don't think I've seen that.
It was trippy. It was definitely trippy. Not great. But it was okay. It was one of those. There's this. The main character was like this dark. I don't know how to describe it. Like, she would appear to people who were being bad people and like make them not good. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Oh, sounds kind of like the Looksee.
Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of like the Looksee. Yeah.
I'm so glad you know what that is.
I do. I do know what that is. I have Matt Pat to thank for that because I've tried to find Shudder and I cannot figure out how to access it. So my my Shudder. Wait, no. Crypt TV. There we go. Crypt TV. Like, wait. That is Crypt TV, right? Yeah, that's
yeah, it's Crypt TV.
Yeah.
And their YouTube channel often uploads the seasons after.
Oh, god damn it, I'm stupid. I should.
Another one I would recommend is Black Box TV.
Black Box? Yeah, I have not even heard of that.
Some good horror shorts.
I got enough horror in my own shorts. Yeah. Bump. Anyway, you got any more fun history facts for us, or shall we move on to that? Yes, hello, darling.
Let's see here. I have one, and I actually technically two if we want to go into like modern day history, but this one is early days of America or middle days of America. Abraham Lincoln's son, Robert Todd Lincoln, was coincidentally either present or nearby when 3 presidential assassinations occurred.
Oh, So he might have been the common link gun.
Of a sort.
There's your dad joke, Reiko.
He was not present for his own father's assassination, but did make it to the deathbed. At James Garfield's invitation, he was at 6th Street train station in Washington, D.C., when he was shot by Charles G. Guiteau in 1881, and was an eyewitness to the event.
Oh. I'm just saying, at a certain point, you stop going to things. It's like, somebody seems to die a lot when I'm around. Maybe I'll just stay home for this one. Maybe I'll just go to the Oprah show instead.
At President William McKinley's invitation, Lincoln was at the Pan American Expo in Buffalo, New York, where he was shot by Leon Zogos. I think it's a Czech name or a Middle European name. I'm not sure how to say it. On September 6, 1901, though he was not an eyewitness, he was just outside the building where the shooting occurred, and Lincoln himself recognized these coincidences. He refused a later presidential invitation with the comment, "No, I'm not going, and they better not ask me because there's a certain fatality about presidential functions when I'm present."
Yeah, that's that. You know what? At least he was aware enough to be like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna go catch a Taylor Swift show instead.
All right, here is my last one, and this one is a doozy because I did not know this until today.
Ooh.
Toy Story 2 almost did not happen.
Oh, okay, go on.
Pixar accidentally deleted 90% of the animations, voice, and production of Toy Story 2 a month before production release.
Oh no.
The only reason it was spared was because there was one animator who kept religious backups on her home computer.
Well, you know what? That is why you do that. You need to back your shit up. Oh my goodness. Imagine so somebody deleted it, right? Like, imagine being that guy, right?
Oh, I can only imagine it was some intern who did not know.
Or maybe it was an infiltrator from a rival studio, just like,
I forget if Disney and Pixar were beefing at that time.
Maybe. Although Disney owns Pixar now, right?
Yes, I think so.
I only know this because the last time I was at Disney World, there was Pixar stuff. That's like my entire understanding. I have not been to Disney World in over 5 years, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. I know Bluey's on Disney Plus. That's about all I really need to know. All right. So if that is your last history fact, let us segue magnificently into the game for the day. Wow, 50 minutes. We haven't even started the game. All right. So the game that Bajiyeen has requested is True or False. And I'm not sure if you had this version of the game in mind when you suggested it, but the way it's going to work is we will take turns telling each other a story about ourselves, and the other person has to decide, is it true or is it false? And if you are correct in your guess, then the person who tells the story has to take the punishment. And if you are incorrect in your guess, then you have to take the punishment. And of course, whenever there's a punishment in outer space, I have to bring out my third best friend in the world, and that is the Wheel of Otter nonsense. Praise the wheel. So that said, as my guest, Bajiyeen, I shall let you be the first storyteller, and I shall have to take the first risk.
Alrighty, let's see, what can I go with? I am a local fire spinner in the middle of in the Midwest of the U.S.
Interesting. True or false? You spin the fire. You know what? I feel like that's true. I'm gonna say true.
You are correct.
Yeah! Woo! First win. Oh yeah, winning. All right, so that means you are suffering the first consequence. But before we do that, tell me more.
Yes. So it's sort of something I picked like 10 years ago. A friend of mine who is really big, he was born in the wrong generation because he is my favorite hippie ever. But he got me into fire spinning and poi fire dancing as a means of meditation, and I've just been keeping it up ever since. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Do you do the thing where you take the swig of the stuff?
Fire breathing, yes, I can. It is a lot more risky than it seems like.
Well, I mean, it already seems pretty risky. You are putting a flammable liquid in your mouth near fire. If it can seem more risky, I am more interested now.
Well, the thing a lot of people do, and this is from me knowing people at events, when they first started doing it, they thought they could like take a deep breath in and then take the liquid. If you do that, though, the fumes of the liquid gather in your mouth, so the second you strike that lighter, it better be at least 6 inches away from your face, or it's going all the way down your throat.
Oh, super. Yeah, no, I can't really be trusted with a candle lighter, let alone anything else. So yeah, we're gonna say no on that one. I'm not allowed near the fire. Anywho, that said, you have lost the first round, and ergo, you must suffer the consequences of the wheel. Are you prepared?
I am ready to submit myself to a wheel of random chance.
Then spin, my mighty beast! Oh, okay, well tell us a random story about your life other than that you breathe fire.
Random story about my life. Do I go with funny or do I go with real?
That's up to you.
I almost did not graduate if not for a random fire drill happening.
Did you cause the fire drill?
I did not cause the fire drill. We had an actual fire in our cafeteria the day I was supposed to submit one of my finals.
That I had a drill. It was just a fire.
Yeah, I had 2 out of 10 pages done on my English final to pass in my senior year. And I was going to present that to at least try and get partial credit.
Oh, jeez.
Mind you, I had a D in the class at the time, so that would have probably dropped me to an F. But
so what? The teacher decided that particular class didn't count?
Well, due to there being an actual fire,
well, okay, fair.
We actually had to shut down that half of the building, so I just got to go home and then panicked, anxiety-fueled 3 energy drinks down, right through 7 extra pages in a night.
So you actually did the work. Okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair. Well, so the fire saved you. It bought you time. It didn't save you from it, but it bought you the time you needed.
It definitely did, and it's not my proudest moment, but it is a moment where I got away.
Hey, you know what? Any fire you can walk away from with a C- or better, you know.
Exactly.
All right, very good, very good. Okay, my turn. Let me see here. I am a semi-professional acrobatist.
Ooh. Are we talking just tumbling, or are we talking like high wires?
Just tumbling.
I'm going to say... You did say dancing wasn't your deal earlier.
I'm not talking about dancing. I'm talking about acrobatics.
True. I'm going to say true. I want to be pleasantly surprised. Let's say true.
No. The best kind of rolling I'm going to do is if I manage to roll out of bed.
I think that counts for amateur.
I should send my professional, though. Oh, you're sweet to think that I would actually have any kind of expertise in exercise, but no. Very no. If gravity's not doing all the work, I ain't doing it. Self-loathing. But it won.
It hits us all.
But you know what? I won this round, so I get something out of it. So that said, spinning the wheel. Okay, spinning the wheel again. Why do I even have that on there? I shouldn't have that on there anymore. Oh, okay, I'm glad this one's not me. Alright, I'm gonna set a timer. You need to talk like Yoda, sentence structure-wise, for 5 minutes.
Damn it, God!
Oh, don't call me God. Just Otter.
All right. You win.
5 minutes is on the clock. Alright, it is your turn to now say a true or false statement, as Yoda, that I have to guess is real or is true or false.
Stabbed 3 times I have been.
Oh. At once or just at different times?
I might. Story tell, I might.
I'm gonna go with false. It wasn't 3 times. It was a different number of times.
Incorrect, you are.
Alright, well, I'm curious enough to find out. I don't mind losing because I get to find out the rest of the story. Go. As Yoda.
First time, require details. Save for last.
Okay.
Second time, high school. Friends were rough.
With a knife, yes.
Stupid we were.
That's fair.
Third time, bar fight there was. Post-concert high I was on.
Did you win?
When I did.
But you still got stabbed.
Hospital did not visit.
Just a flesh wound. Alright.
Time, how much is there?
3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Damn God.
Alright, well, I'll kill some of your time for you by spinning the wheel. Mostly because I don't feel like trying to decipher. Motherfucker!
Ha 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 ha.
No, you put that in the wrong order. The wrong order did those haws go in. After your timer runs out, 2 more minutes will I add for myself. The story of the first time I would like to know now.
Most difficult I did not see this being.
Coincidence? I think not.
Wrong, I somehow think that is.
Unsure of it, I am.
Siblings everyone has. Constantly say they tried to kill each other, they did. Brother and I actually tried to kill each other.
And successful neither of you were, assume do I.
We're not.
Right.
We weren't.
Hesitation, I noticed. More questions does that raise?
Sorry I am. Wording difficult.
This punishment I hate.
To me.
1 minute and 30 seconds left, have you? My
13 I was.
Oh.
Stole something from me, he did. Pissed off I was. Thing he stole was pocket knife.
Oh. Twist the plot.
Use he did. Angry dad was.
Say would I. Hard this is indeed. 1
Much
minute
so
have
very.
you. 1 minute have you. My turn I will take. I have ridden, I don't know, an elephant have I ridden?
Tricky, this one is. Well-traveled, I know not how you are.
Waiting for the answer, am I?
True.
False it is.
Damn got it.
Afraid of heights, am I? More afraid of large animals that can crush me, am I?
Too trusting I have been.
Could have been at a fair, I did.
Truth.
Seen those elephants at fairs, have I? Many times have I kept my distance.
One-word statements, the trick is.
Your up is your time. 2 minutes remain, have I?
Oh, thank goodness.
Free of the torture are you, but not free of the wheel are you?
Oh.
The wheel I will spin now, for you. A improv jazz solo must you do.
That's tricky.
Cannot, worse than mine, it cannot be.
One sec, I'm thinking of every Jill Scott song I know right now.
Who that is, I don't know.
I would recommend listening.
Why listen when from you I can get?
Scott! There we go. I did one.
I thought you were going into the Scatman solo, did I?
Keep it simple, keep it clean, that's all you need. Scott! And then you're done. You just go.
Cheating that may be. Let you off with a warning, will I? The Scatman in my head do I have stuck.
You're welcome. Would House of the Rising Sun count as jazz?
Know what that is, I don't. Musically inclined, I am not. 30 seconds left, have I?
I'm going to say no on that one to get to the next fact. Let's see here, or lie.
Your turn it is. 20 seconds, have I?
I currently have 5 figures in my bank account.
All zeros, are they? Broke him.
Not hinting.
True, I will say.
Oh, hell no, I'm broke as hell.
Yeah, all zeros, they could still be, and that was the timer. Okay, alright. Oh my goodness.
Current balance is sitting at little over 100.
That's fair. I get paid tomorrow, so mine's at like 60 or something like that. 50, something. I don't know. We've been putting away a lot of money for the upcoming move, so our free change, our spending money is kind of... Which is, you know, what you're supposed to do, supposedly, so...
Yes.
And eventually we're gonna have a house, so that's good. Maybe even in a few weeks, actually. Good lord, it's getting close.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have a true Manor Ottenberg. But,
Hooray.
that said, as wonderful as that is, it will not save me from having to spin the Wheel of Punishment. Go, wheel, and show me what you got! The other person tells you what to tweet. Oh, okay. Alright, hold on. Let me bust out the old phone. Alright. Get over to Twitter. Alright, hit me.
I want you to tweet, I support the recreational sport of otter throwing.
Ooh, rough. Recreational sport. Nope, not sorry. You're late. Space Buns TV. Hello, welcome to Outer Space, the part of your brain that thinks if you rub a lava lamp, you get a lava genie. How are you?
Hello, Spacey.
I support the recreational sport of otter throwing. Hashtag BFOS. Tag Bajiyeen. Hashtag VTuber. Alright, there you go. I'm like, hello, Space Buns TV. Alright, So I believe, so that was, wait, whose turn was that? Who told the story?
That was my turn.
Okay, so it must be 9 now, yeah. Alright, so let's see here. True or false statement? True or false statement? Let me think here. I have beaten Tears of the Kingdom.
So you've lied to me twice now, so my trust is shaken. I can't take another betrayal. But then again, everyone who says they've beaten Tears of the Kingdom usually just speed run. I'm going to say false.
I have beaten it. I did not do, it's not like 100% or nothing, but I have beaten Ganondorf. Good fight. The final fight was really good. I won't give any spoilers for anybody that hasn't. Totally worth it though. But upgrade your damn armor. So it was a tough ride. Not even the boss fights, but like just the random enemies just seem to do so much goddamn damage. It's not even reasonable. Like,
That's why you got to build a mech.
yeah, well, apparently, some of the things I heard somebody built a goose recently. I gotta look into that. I only just found out about that today. If somehow they built a goose in Tears of the Kingdom. Curious
The
about
memes from Tears of the Kingdom's construction is just amazing.
True. That said, I won't lie to you. I liked Breath of the Wild better. Tears of the Kingdom's not bad. It's a good game by all means. It deserves all the praise it gets. It's just, for me personally, Breath of the Wild, it felt more, I don't want to say focused, but like, I feel like having too much going on is overwhelming and causes an overall downturn in my opinion of a game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, okay, if you played Tears of the Kingdom and they added just the Sky Islands, that probably would have been okay. But they added the Sky Islands and the depths and the machine building, and there was too much going on for my feeble little otter brain to comprehend. Not only that, but I don't know what the term is. I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of being blind, mostly because I'm heading that way myself. And the fact that in the depths you cannot see shit. I did not enjoy that. It was not a good time for Otter. Colored my overall perspective of the game itself. Again, not a bad game. It's just a me thing. It's not me. It's not you. It's me. I'm the problem here. Hey, oh, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Good Swiss song.
Yeah, we need to get Lincoln's son over to a Taylor Swift concert. That's all I'm saying. That said, regardless of my noobishness in a Zelda game, you have still lost this round and must suffer the consequences. That said, Pikmin 4 is da bomb. No, we're not doing that again. Free spin.
I will cheat again.
Here you go. For 1 minute, you must add a yip till the end of every sentence.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. Yep.
Alright, 1 minute on the clock, and we're going. Alright, it is now your turn to tell a story.
Alright, to go along with yours. Yep. I also have a video game statement. Yep. Okay. I have performed a no-death run on Elden Ring.
Ew.
First playthrough. Yep.
I'm calling bullshit on that. That's false.
That is true.
Yep. Really?
I am a huge fan of very hard games and Souls games. Yep. So Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, always awesome, and Elden Ring is just bigger Dark Souls to me. Yep.
All right, fair enough. I'll be honest with you. I am not allowed to play Souls-like games. It's going to be hard for me to get Armored Core past my wife, because some people are already comparing it to Souls game, which I guess is fair. It's from the same company, right? Like, it's from Software, yes?
I believe so, yep.
Yeah, so, but your time is up, you're good.
No.
At least that one's only, whoever put that punishment on the wheel specified 1 minute rather than an ambiguous amount of time, so.
Bless that person.
Indeed. Got a sneeze building, so
yeah, I thought it was going to turn into hiccups halfway through.
And if my wife finds out that the creator of Dark Souls also created the new Armored Core game, I might be in trouble. But I'm not allowed to play Dark Souls games because, so you know the part where you're supposed to get good?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't do that. I just get more stubborn.
And then the rage builds.
The rage builds, yes. I haven't broken anything yet, but I don't like to stop in the middle of doing things. I have what I call processing obsessive compulsive disorder, where like you know that whole completion principle where you feel stressed until you've completed a task or you put the last puzzle piece in its place or whatever. Yeah, crank that to like 20. I have that. So in a game where it's like you cannot say, okay, I am safely through this particular challenge. Yeah, no, bad times. Bad times were had by all.
I can only imagine if completion anxiety was added on to that.
Luckily, I don't seem to have that particular desire to like 100% things. I very seldomly 100% games. I play them until I am done enjoying them for the most part. But if I start a specific task in a game, I must see it through to completion. Like individual quests. Now, here's the thing. Before I was on my medication that helped drum roll, please. Okay, that was well played, Skitch. That was well played. Well, good drum roll into bear. Clap and a half to you.
Glad I'm safe on the couch.
Yeah. Well, the couch is a pretty safe place to be.
Oh, man!
What?
Never mind.
No, anyway, so back before I got on my meds, that kind of made my ability to pull myself away from some things a little bit better. I got Skyrim. That wasn't great. Even though it had a pause button, I was not a very good person for using the pause button. Because the thing about Skyrim, it had a lot of Radiant quests, right? Well, you'd be doing
where you just pick them up accidentally.
Yeah. So, and then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to do this, and it's like, oh, well, I'm also going to do this. Well, now I'm also going to do this, and that was just what you might call a cascade effect. It was not great. My wife to this day holds a grudge against Skyrim, and I don't blame her. Like I said, my mental disorder is not an excuse. It is not a crutch. It is just an explanation. So I typically try to be better now that I am medicated and a little more mature might be generous, but definitely older. That said, I have dragged out the time long enough. I have to suffer my punishment now.
You cannot escape the fate. Ha!
Okay, hold on. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. I'm gonna eat you. Don't worry, it all comes out of the end. Alright, there's you. Woo.
Excuse me as I invade the Otter universe next. Corrupt some souls.
Yeah, there's plenty of them in there. You might be there a while. Anywho. Now it is my turn to tell a story because I failed at that, I guess. Okay, I actually, fun fact, I hold a world record in a video game.
I can't take any more betrayal.
Is it really betrayal when you know it might be false?
I suppose not. But I think it could be just like a really weird, obscure title, so I'm going to guess true.
Not a damn thing. You give me way more credit than I deserve. Way more.
I'm just like busting out all my usual stories, waiting on really weird true, just like, oh.
Yeah, no, I got nothing. Not a damn thing. Even if I did, I probably wouldn't report it. I'd just be like, oh, wow, isn't that the over the record? Meh. Apathy runs strong in me at times. That said, it did, however, the world record right now is number of times beating Bajiyeen at a game involving a talking otter in a top hat.
Why did I pitch this game?
I like this game. That said, spinning! Alright, you gotta improvise a haiku. Oh, Bean, you're being so good. Yeah, snaps, claps all around, Skitch, well done.
10 birds in a tree. 5 birds fly away to the south.
That's 8.
To the south. Oh, yeah, you're right. 5 birds fly away southwards.
Okay, good.
5 broken eggs still.
Well, that's just depressing.
You said to improvise, you didn't say it had to be optimistic.
I'm sad now.
I had my goth take over.
That's fair. What would a negative otter look like? What's the opposite of brown?
Negative otter. I think you just become a stone otter statue. And your tummy rock is made of fur.
I don't have a tummy rock. All my rocks are in my otter pockets. Did you know otters have pockets?
I did not know this.
Yeah, we have them under our armpits. Well, at least sea otters. I can't promise river otters, but I'm not directly related to any river otters. But you gotta watch out because us otters, us ocean otters, are always packing heat or cups of coffee. And I actually got two.
Let's see here. What is one I can go for? Oh, my sister-in-law was almost run over by a bison.
I might be a bad person because I'm sitting here trying to think of a joke about a bison running somebody over. Honestly, how can I play this? Like if you said buffalo instead of bison, I would have been like, after he ran her over, he went bison. But no, you had to start with bison, so it doesn't work. Buffalo sauce. I don't know. There's a joke in there somewhere, but either way, I'm gonna go with. You know what? It's pretty likely for somebody to almost get run over by a bison because they're big and they don't care that you're in the way. So I'm going to say true.
False.
Damn it.
But this one is one of the ones that's nitpicky because she did almost get hit by a moose.
Oh, well, a moose and a bison are very different, so fair. You know what? I'm not sure what would be worse.
I would think moose just because moose can actually go crazy and cover distance fast.
This is true. This is true. Like they were both. My grandma was run over by a reindeer. You know what? As I said back during Christmas time, if Santa runs my grandmother over with a reindeer, Santa's about to get his fat ass kicked. Because we stand Grandma Otter in this house.
But yes, the story on that one is we were taking my brother and sister-in-law up to Stone, and we were like pretty much along the northern edge of the park, and there was a moose just sort of camped out beside the road that we were driving down, and she instantly, like, she's a southern girl, she's never seen any big mammals before, so she's just so excited. She's, oh, look, a moose! And this thing is just laying like 3 feet away from the road in a ditch, and she hops out of the car with the camera and the flash on and just starts taking pictures. Meanwhile, my dad and my brother are pulling her back into the car.
Yeah, you don't mess with a moose. You do not mess with a moose. Mooses and meeses are both terrifying. The only reason I think it might be worse to get hit by a buffalo or a bison or whatever is because there's usually more than one. Like mooses are pretty solitary, but but buffalo measles, yeah. But buffaloes are herd animals by nature. So if there's one buffalo, there's a good chance that there's another buffalo.
Very true.
So that's the only reason I'd say it'd be worse. But a moose might actually hold a grudge and just be sitting there just curb stomping your ass. Just,
a moose will chase you down.
Yeah, that moose will hold a grudge. So, but that said, you did win by technical knockout. But I will take the loss. Let's see, what do we got?
You expected the trickster demon to play fair on technicality?
That's fair. That's fair. Name my favorite bird. So any longtime viewers of the show might know I have two favorite birds. They are the owl, because the owl is the symbol of my alma mater, and a duck because of my wife, and I will not be elaborating.
That's cute.
That said, it is now my turn. I have 5 tattoos.
I'm going to say false on that.
True. I was hoping to get you on technicality. I actually have 4 tattoos.
Ha-ha!
I should have said 4, and you probably would have still said false.
I mean, you had a little bit of hesitation on the number.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I do have 4 tattoos. And I'll tell you a fun story about my tattoos. Not about so the what the tattoos are is not important right now, but I remember I have worked in the owls are not what they seem. That's true. They aren't. They usually aren't. So I have worked in healthcare for a number of years. Only recently did I change career paths, as it were, ostensibly related, but I did work in nursing homes for about a decade.
Mhm.
And working in nursing homes, you work alongside a lot of nurses. Now, there are a lot of good nurses in the world. There are a lot of bad nurses in the world. The individual I'm talking about in this particular situation was one of the latter, who I will not go into details on, but she definitely deserves to burn in whatever version of hell exists. That said, apparently she was of the mind, which was interesting, she was of the mind that those of the Y chromosome carrying variety did not belong in healthcare. And so she started with that, and which was annoying enough. But so at one point, a new manager of the particular unit that we were working on started, and he was not only a man, but he also had a number of tattoos. Now, unlike my tattoos, which can be covered up with a basic shirt, his tattoos were all very visible. Now, so this person decided that it was a good idea to start mouthing off while I was nearby. And she goes, it's bad enough that there's men in this field, but men with tattoos just do not belong in healthcare. To which I took offense, because I walked over, I said, really? That's very, very interesting. And I pulled my sleeve up, and I got one tattoo. I pulled my other sleeve up, I got another tattoo. I opened part of my collar, I had my third tattoo. I turned the other part of the collar, fourth tattoo. I'm like, know your goddamn place. She's like, oh shit.
No, you served, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, she's a bad person. There are a lot of people out there that they don't react well to stress. I may or may not be one of them. And so when somebody does something douchey, I don't always automatically assume they're a bad person, just that they're having a bad time. Now, if bad times become your regular and you have more bad times than good times, then I'm gonna start thinking maybe you're just a bad person. But this person was definitely just a bad person. Yeah, and I won't go too far into details, but let me just say that she is not deserving of any kind of mercy. And if it were my choice, this individual would not receive any kind of mercy. But that said, moving on.
The judgment laid down.
Yeah, no, the Otter will lay the smack down. I did manage to cock block her from a job, so that was a plus. So, which good, because it meant I protected the people I worked with. Anywho, that said, I think I'm supposed to spin the wheel. Otter got dark there for a second. Wait, did I already spin the wheel?
Otter got real. I don't believe you did.
I just talked about the birds, right?
Oh yeah, you did.
Or was that from losing the last round?
I was that from the last round?
You know what? I'll take a double spin, just for the sake of moving onward.
I got lost in that conversation.
Yeah, I have that effect on people. All right, draw a picture of the other person in MS Paint. All right, hold on. Let's see here. I
did fan art.
You do get fan art. Yes, hopefully I'll be able to make it work, because sometimes I can get it to show up and sometimes I can't. So let's see here. We're gonna use Paint 3D, and we're gonna do window capture, and we're gonna put it onto. Nope, that's not it. Where is the new? Window capture. I'm going to set you to, for some reason that's not an option, so we're just going to go to display capture instead. And I sure hope, no, that's primary monitor, so yeah, we want that one. Hopefully this will be, yes, okay, there we go. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't showing the wrong display. Granted, it would just be this moment where I just broke into infinity, because it would just be I have one monitor that has my OBS on it, and then everything else is on the other monitor. So let's see here. Okay, so you're blue. So
I'll just be here with my laser pointer casually pointing at your screen like
yep.
PowerPoint.
All right, so we're gonna start with your head. There you go. I'm drawing this with a mouse, by the way. All right, so we wanna. Here we want to make you horny.
Phrasing.
Right. I know what I said. All right, there we go. All right, okay, yep. Okay. So then we got. Can you talk for a minute? Your model's too dark. Just say something. There we go. Okay.
I mean, I might.
Trying to figure out what your hair kind. No, that's not it at all. That's not it at all. Damn you! Okay, so you got kind of this.
Let's go for some karaoke.
You got the. Oh, that's not the right button at all. All right, so you got the Mandark going on here.
Great. Now I'm only going to be able to see it as the Mandark.
You're welcome. All right, so my expert level coloring in, so I'm just gonna do that, and then we're gonna your horns just for the sake of differentiating. We're gonna make there. Okay, so there we go. Now we're just gonna go back to this blue color. This blue color. All right, we're not gonna use the paint function because I know how that plays out. All right. Okay, so you go like shwa. You got a collar. Double ringy dingy.
I appreciate you paying homage to my golden brilliance.
Yeah, and you got your Scooby-Doo tag. Go. Okay. And here you go. Spalder. Yep.
This was originally a D&D character, and I loved it so much I made it my model.
Is it a tiefling?
Yep.
All right. I don't know a lot about D&D, but I do. There seems to be a lot of, not like a lot of, but tieflings have seemed to have shown up more often than I remember in my time.
Well, it's sort of become, and this is fully Tumblr lore, that because in the original source book they were described to be hated by majority of populations and or churches as devil spawn, that they just became the quote-unquote race for the gays.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
And I embrace that fully.
Okay, well, we'll give you some child-bearing hips then. Oh
dang, I'm a baddie.
Yeah. You thick with several C's. Alright, we'll give you that, and that goes like that. Goes down like that. I now know why I gave you so much cake.
You know what? I'm here for it. I am serving.
you definitely are serving the cake. Alright, so then got this. Roll down to the hip action. Go. We gotta give you your golden doobers on the arm. Quah, quah. Okay, and then I cannot draw faces even with a pen, so
that's okay. We can go minimalist.
we're gonna leave that one for last, just because reasons. Okay, that goes there, and like that. Then okay, we're gonna switch back, and you're gonna have muscles. What is that? Oh my god. No. Come on. Okay. Come on. Otter, you can do it. All right. All right, and then I don't do hands either, so you're getting Powerpuff Girl'd. Very technical terminology there.
I support this as long as this is not the remake Powerpuff Girls, because that's.
Yeah. Then I'm just gonna hop out, and we're just gonna go down there. And then tail. Then you got a gold doohickey on the tail, so you're gonna get a tail. Then we're gonna color in your gold doohickeys. Go. And I'm gonna put a little bit of emphasis on this part. Very poorly. Alright, hold on. Mad artistic skills right up in here. Alright, and then we're gonna give you that paint function. We don't want to do that. We're gonna give you this button. Yeah, belly button. And then we're gonna let's see, is this gonna be too light?
You can do it, I believe in you.
No, undo. Okay, that was not correct. Apparently there's an opening. We will come back to you afterwards. So that goes there. Is there an opening here? No, good. Is there an opening here? No, good. Here, good. Okay. No! No! Okay.
Okay, but I kind of like that though.
Apparently there are some openings. Okay, I think that closed out the openings. So let's try that again. Yes, okay. Okay, good. Space, okay, cool. And then we're gonna do your sash. Oh, please, dear odd, please be good. Okay, okay. One more. Okay, cool. We're gonna make a little. We're gonna fill. What? Ah, no.
Oh no!
Okay. And then. Okay. And then very, very high art here. You're gonna. I clean up the hairline a little bit.
You can do this. I believe in you.
Okay, we're almost there. This is kind of looking kind of good. Thank you, Azuri. Thank you. You're very blind. Okay, hold up. Let's see here. We have a strap. They're gonna go. There's your strap. I'm just looking. Okay, so there's a little yellow.
This is a fabulous likeness. I'm posing on the couch Burt Reynolds style right now.
There's a little yellow strippy doohickers there. That goes like that. And then pleats, because I guess you're wearing a skirt, because I can't draw legs. So lifelike voodoo, thank you. Okay, now the bad times are about to be upon us, because Faces and me are it's a ditto for Bajiyeen.
Ditto demon works. I love that.
You're serving ditto realness. Ta-da!
I love it so much.
Okay, save. Okay, all right. Okay, hold on. No looking at my see. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of that display. Can't breathe laughing. So thanks. So we're gonna Bajiyeen. I'm misspelling your name in my files. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna hop over to Twitter world, and I'm gonna share. Oh no, my Twitter is X'd. My bird.
Oh no, the great X has come for thee.
I'm still gonna tweet. He can't make me X.
You're not going to Zeet?
I'm not gonna Zeet. I tweet until there's. I just loaded it into Twitter and I'm just looking at it. It's like one of those reveal things where it's like, from the bottom it's like wah, 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 and then you get to the video.
It's brilliant.
For at Bajiyeen. Nope, let me actually click it. Thank you. Functional website that it is.
Barely. It's almost there. It's almost done.
Thick. Hashtag VTuber. Hashtag BFOS. Sweet. Alright, it's out in the universe now.
There it is.
No taking it back. There you go. No charge. Commissions are open.
Just waiting for the DMs. Hi, I'm an official GFX.
Yeah, you know what? I whenever one of them comes in nowadays, I start fighting back. They'll be like, "Oh, hi, how's your stream?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's going great." And it's like, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" They're usually like, "Of course." I'm like, "So I'm trying to sell artwork. I'm a professional graphics designer." And they're like, "Well, actually, so am I." I'm like, "I know, bitch. This ain't my first rodeo." usually shut them down pretty quick, and they're just a little frowny face, and they stop talking.
I usually get, because I'm a PNG, I get, so do you have a model yet?
Yeah,
and
that's
then
a classic.
They try and show AI, and I'm like,
Yeah. It reminds me, so I've made no secret of it in my life. I play a lot of World of Warcraft, which, by the way, I originally thought you were a Draenei, but you are definitely not.
I mean, I feel like it could be used there, mix and match.
Yeah. But anyway, so back in the day, before some of the anti-spamming methods were put in place, there were a large amount of gold farmers who would hack people's accounts, take the gold from them, and then try to sell it for real-life money. Which they would then, once they had access to your account, they would then, steal your account, sell your gold, and blah-de-da-de-da. So you'd very often get these whispers like, oh, hey, are you interested in some gold? And I'll be like, for a while, I'd just be like, go yourself, But then I started having fun with it. Then they'd whisper to me, and I'd be like, "Oh, absolutely. How much? How much gold can I buy?" And they'd be like, "Oh, it's like 10,000 gold for whatever amount of money." I'm like, "All right, and how much is that in rutabagas?" They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Rutabagas. I can only pay in rutabagas." They'd be like, "No, credit card or PayPal." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Hold on. You're gonna play hardball? All right, fine. Radishes." I can pay you in radish. I know, it's highfalutin, but I have radishes ready to move at a moment's notice, and I will buy all of your gold in radishes.
My man brought out the radish stocks.
I brought out the radish stocks, yes. Usually it'd be like, what?
I can only imagine if you offered cabbage.
Usually I'd start going into poultry after that. I'd be like, all right, you want a hard bargain. 1 chicken. No more. And then after that, usually they'll stop talking to me after that. You have been blocked by Gold Farmer 6970. And I'll be like, yes, excellent. Anyways,
only 5,000 more.
Yeah, only infinity more, but that's okay. I've got time. They have recently cracked, or not recently, but they cracked down onto it, so it's no longer a thing. My favorite was the ones that, so the company of the game it's called Blizzard. My favorite were the ones that would make their name like Blizzard XYZ, 69 20 420. And I'd be like, oh, that's totally a game master. Anywho, we are getting down to the end time. I don't remember whose turn it is.
I believe it's mine.
So we'll have you do one more, me do one more, and then you finish us off. So let's go. Give me a story. Or tell me
right.
True or false.
True or false. My family, specifically my dad's side of the family, has such weird luck that you can never take us gambling. But all of us have survived near-death experiences that should have probably killed all of us by 13.
Well, considering you've been stabbed 3 times, I'm gonna go with true.
That one is true.
Yeah. If you hadn't led with "I've been stabbed 3 times," I might have been a little more hesitant. But yeah, no.
Like worse luck when it comes to gambling. But this is in a near-death situation. We somehow get out of it. We went rock climbing one time. My dad climbed a smokestack that was like 7 feet away from a cliff face. So he's just on top of this stack of rocks. And then he's just like, we're going home. Steps 1 foot off of the smokestack onto the cliff face. So he's just doing full splits there. And gets stuck for like a solid 10 minutes going, okay, what do I do to not die? Better just lift my other foot off the stack and try and somehow warp reality. This man did a Mario double jump and managed to get onto the cliff and just kept walking. I'm like, if that was anybody else, anyone.
That's like my grandfather. He fell off a roof, snapped his spine, and got up a little while later. And I was like, what? Because, like I said, I've worked in nursing homes. You always hear the stories of, that one fall that put him in the nursing home. And I'm like, shit, here it is. His spine's busted. And what is he going to do? He broke his back. He literally broke it. Nah, man, up and doing housework in like a month. And I'm like, how?
They don't make humans like
they really don't. I've been saying that. They don't make humans. They don't make otters. I don't know. The sad part is he's not technically related to me by blood, so I can't even claim I get any of those genes, which upsets me to no end. I'm indestructible in my own way, though, but it's usually just by dying and then just stopping being dead. That said, you are to be punished.
No!
I said that in a weird way, didn't I? Why do I have spin again on there? There's no point to spin again. Like the reverse Uno reverse card has a point. Don't use the words OT or letters OTE or R. Any words that start with those letters for the next 3 minutes.
Damn.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I'm going.
Oh no, that's 30. I'm not gonna. There we go. 3 minutes. Okay, go.
I gotta be constantly aware of.
Be constantly aware of. Of. You have
they.
They.
Damn.
Luckily, it's my turn to tell a story, but we're gonna leave that up there just to help you remember. So let's see here. My true or false statement. I am a 1/4 inch shorter than I should technically be.
As in, like, medically?
Yes.
I'm going.
Watching yourself.
Correct.
Yes, it is true. It is true. Good catch, by the way, for the letter T. It is true. So fun fact. As I may have hinted at on Twitter, and I've said it will always be Twitter, no letters of the alphabet involved here. I prefer water of the frozen variety, aka ice and snow. And as most otters do, I enjoy sliding down the ice. So one wintry day, I was sledding, and we had a lovely hill, and we had built a snow embankment to help kind of guide the sled. You know, you're supposed to hit the embankment and then slide down the other direction so you don't go over the edge and into the parking lot. Right? That was the idea, at least. However, apparently for me, it was not an embankment. It was a ramp.
Oh, no.
So, whoop, whoop, right off that ramp, flip all the way around up in the air, land on the very flat top. Well, it might not have been flat originally. But the flat top of my head, right on the concrete, just BAM!
Yikes.
Compressed one of my vertebrae, to the point where I lost about a 1/4 inch in height. So.
Yikes.
True story. That said, you still have 50 seconds. But
how do I feel like I got off light with being stabbed?
Everyone faces their challenges in their own way. I have a large retinue of so I've got 4 tattoos. I got more scars than that. One of which is, but you know what? I'll save that story for I think yours is the last turn anyway. So one of which is by a rabid hamster. Not a joke. Not a joke. Well, she wasn't rabid. She was just an asshole. So I have a permanent scar on my left pointer finger from a crazy ass hamster. It's not technically rabid. But that said, I do have to suffer a punishment. So let us see. Oh! The Odo reverse. I don't have to suffer shit.
Why?
Okay. Skitch, if you're still here, you best not be blessing him. You best not be. So the last episode, Skitch was my guest, and he got the reverse on the reverse. I don't think you're going to be that lucky, but I have
Azori Spaces, I'm counting on you too.
All right. So none of that double reverse bullshit. Let's go. Now for your punishment. Okay. Whew. All right. So you got to do a freestyle rap.
Ooh. I want to bust a freestyle, but all I got is covers. What am I gonna do with the words of another? Otter sitting with me and I'm chilling on the couch. Shit, I'm out of words now. I'm really in a slouch.
Word to your mother. That was pretty. You had a good flow. Way better than my little beat was. I couldn't even keep a rhythm. Well done, well done. All right, you have the honor of finishing us off. Give us the last round.
Alrighty.
Bean, you are being so good tonight. I am so impressed. Considering I was worried about how tonight was going to go, she is being a perfect little angel.
I actually have fostered and gotten 10 dogs adopted in the past year.
I'm going to go true, because I want it to be true.
That is false, although I am working with a volunteer program to get that set up.
All right, well. Yeah,
so it's not true yet.
That's fair, that's fair. All right, fair enough, fair enough. I wanted it to be true. All right, but still, fair enough, fair play. Let's see here, what's my punishment? Finish this off. Well, that's not really fair, considering this is the last spin of the day, so... All right, fair enough.
Add a bean.
Bloop.
Hooray, double bean. We did it, y'all. This is peak bean.
Oh, this ain't peak bean. No. Peak bean is 18 beans.
Have you made it to 18 beans?
18 beans. My 1 year anniversary. 18 beans is the record. Before that, it was 17 beans. Granted, during my anniversary, it was a bit of a stacked deck because I had very low cost spins on the wheel. So people could just keep redeeming it. So there was a lot of beans. The points I had to spend, Voodoo did a lot. Helped a lot of those beans come to bean. Yeah, I know. I've said your name like 16 times. I'm sorry. She's just like, what? I'm right here. Anywho's, old folks, that is going to be it for the night. So thank you very much to my guest, Bajiyeen, for being here. Bajiyeen, any closing statements to our lovely audience?
Yes. Thank you for having me. Thank you to everybody who came out and saw us. I recently made affiliate just a few weeks ago, so having fun streaming with friends. If you'd like to join us there, very chill environment. I also have a project I'm working on with a few friends, namely Azorian Spaces in chat.
Azori, thank you for
hello.
And thank you to everybody that stopped in from Bajiyeen's group. I appreciate you hanging out with the lovely oddities. Thank you for coming. Nice to meet you as well, Azori. All right, so make sure you give Bajiyeen a nice little follow at down below. I still say it's Twitter, not letters of the alphabet.
Zitter.
Peace, yo, Ryko is correct. So, we're going to find ourselves somebody to raid, and I think we're going to go ahead and raid Bio Steampunk. So let's get him on the roll. He's playing Yakuza 0, so we're going to go ahead and crash his party. You like listening in? Thank you for listening in. I appreciate that. That said, everybody, as I like to end all my streams by saying, remember to stay odd out loud. It's a hell of a lot more fun that way. Good night,
Stay safe,
and
y'all.
cheers.
Bye.